What's up, famsy? My name is Branzy, and welcome back to another episode of Branzycraft, where last episode we took on the Wither, and with no problems whatsoever. Enderman! Enderman! Ah! Yeah, just kidding. Lots of problems, and and I crafted us up this beacon, and it's a fully powered beacon. Right now, it's giving us regeneration and speed 2 because I was running around placing a bunch more torches to make this place not so dangerous. But I think now that it's not so deadly here, I'm gonna probably switch that to speed 2. But we need to get some iron first. But let's start off today's episode with a couple housekeeping items that we need to go over, just because I keep forgetting to do this, and you guys have reminded me in the comments, but I keep forgetting, and I'm so sorry. But we need to transition to the final form of our tools, being netherite tools. And as you can see, I did get 3 ingots here going for us. And now that this blacksmith table, is that a smithing table? Blacksmith table? Smithing table. Pretty sure it's a smithing table. But anyways, now that this thing actually has a function to it, we can just do this, and we still have Jazz, right? Yeah, he's still awesome, but now, wait, now he's netherited. So we can do that to all of these guys. I haven't named the axe. Oh, that was a nice little sound. I haven't named the axe or the shovel yet. Oops, you can't do that. You gotta do that. But now we have netherite tools. Awesome. And if you remember, like, what was it, like 10 or so episodes ago, I spent so much time on these boots trying to get feather falling, but they don't have depth strider. But we can fix that now too because of the fishing farm, which, RIP fishing farm, you were beautiful while you lasted for like 1 episode. But now we can get depth strider 3, feather falling 4, protection 4, unbreaking 3, and mending on these boots. And these Sabbatins of Sin are back to being primo supremo. And now we can move on to what I really wanted to get to today, which is transforming this plains biome. Now this is going to take a whole lot of supplies, and so let me kind of go over what the plan is here. Okay, so what I want to do in this plains biome here is I want to transition this to be more of the Soul Sand Valley, just to keep with the theme that the nether is spreading and taking over biomes and changing them in the overworld, right? And that's why we have this speed 2, is because it's gonna take a lot of block placing, like a lot. You can see that I have a few stacks here of soul soil and some bone blocks and some basalt, and I have a couple shulker boxes that are also full of soul soil as well. Like, this thing is gonna take a long time to do, and it's gonna be a lot of blocks placed, which I'm not afraid of. I think it'll be kind of cool when it's all said and done. But I want to come up with a small prototype in maybe just a small area right here, just to kind of give you guys a feel for how this is gonna look in the end. So here's kind of what I'm thinking we should do. Okay, so what we want is just to get a small area here. We'll get just a tiny little thing here. Okay, so we would cover up all the grass with soul soil. Okay, and we'd also mix in some soul sand as well. I have lots of that. I didn't bring it, but I have lots of it in there. And then what we would do is every once in a while we would just have a tree. Okay, and these trees are gonna be made out of basalt and bone. And so what I want to do is go like that, and then kind of maybe go like this, and then maybe come out like this, and then like that maybe, and then yeah. So we'll do this on, oops, not that. I don't want to do that. Hold on. Do this, and then that, and then let's just remove these ones right here in the middle. Hold on, I put that wrong, in the wrong spot. Like that, and then we get rid of this guy here and this guy here, And then let's come up one more time here, and we'll just place like that guy like that. Maybe this, like that. Okay, let's see how let's take a look at how that looks. Oops, put that back. Ooh, I dig that. That's kind of cool. What if we did something like this? It was kind of like that, that, and that. Ooh, I dig that. That's a cool, like, kind of unique little tree, right? We can also put some lights in this too, you know, like just like in one to save on this basalt, because this stuff is not super easy to get. But if we put some of the shroom lights in here, let's see how that would look. Oh boy, it's still dangerous here. Still not 100% safe. Only somewhat. You will die. You will die. Thank you. Okay, let's put the stuff right here, like that, and that, and that. Okay, cool. So then that will light up that area really, really well too. And I don't want a whole bunch of these trees. I think it'll be better if they're kind of spread out, and we'll have varying sizes of these too. But the main point, or the main thing that we need to get going on, is getting all of this stuff covered. Like all this grass that you see in the plains biome, it needs to get covered in this. And I have, like I was saying, I have a lot of this stuff, but it's not going to be nearly enough. I don't think, but we'll see how far we can get. Let's do like maybe like a 30-minute time lapse, and I'll just come up here and start placing blocks, and we'll see how far we can get in 30 minutes with this stuff. All right. So yeah, that was about a half an hour of me placing soul soil and replacing the grass and everything. We got more done than I thought we would in a half an hour. I'm pretty happy with the progress of it. Progress. I don't know. But this is gonna take a lot more blocks than I was expecting. Like I said, I have 2 shulker boxes full of this stuff, and I was like, that'll get us probably about at least halfway. No, we did this. So if you doubled this, we might get to like over to here-ish, maybe like to here. So if you're curious about the numbers of this, from what I was calculating off of that little experiment, this whole area is going to take about 15,000 blocks, give or take, in order to cover what I want to with this soul soil and the soul sand. That's about 234-ish stacks of soul soil. That's a lot of shulker boxes full. It's about 10, I think 10-ish, maybe not 10, maybe it's like 8 or something shulker boxes full of this stuff. But that means that we're about an 1/8 of the way there maybe at this point, and that is a little bit disheartening. But I think it's only going to take a few hours to do this, and we've done way more lengthy projects in the past. So I'm going to just keep going and getting started on doing this stuff, and then maybe trying to light up this whole area again. But yeah, give me a little bit of time here, guys, and we will come back. Just look at all of these colors and beautiful Minecraft-ness, the ominous ghost ship up above. I mean, this, you just have to kind of take a step back for a second and just look at the world that you're creating sometimes and think like, wow, you know, like, wow, we have really gone to work here, fam. Like, this is cool. This is coming along. And, you know, speaking of making progress, it's done. Okay, it's not done, but dude, there's so many blocks placed in this. Seriously, it is insane. I can't begin to tell you how long this took. This is 2 days after the last cut, because this has taken me so long to do. I think I said something like, this will probably take me about 4 hours. It took like 8 probably, at least, just to get the supplies from the nether, come back and do all this. And like, I only have 2 shulker chests, so it was like, go back to the nether and come back, and then go back to the nether and come back. And it was, oof, my goodness, it was a lot. But here we are. And if you're wondering, by the way, mobs do spawn on these. So yeah, gonna have to light some of this up. But this, without the torches here, this is a very dangerous place. As you can see, there's mobs like everywhere. Now that we have like all the caves and everything lit up, like this place, man, woof, it is a deadly, dangerous place. But as you can see right through the middle here, I actually have left space for us to put like a river. I thought that would be a really cool like element to this build if we had like a couple ponds and then a big river that ran right through the middle, and then we can build like houses and businesses right off the sides of the river, and like bridges that connect both sides. And I don't know, I think that'd be really, really cool to do. One thing that I also went through and did, and I want to show this without dying, so let's come right over here. This is a good spot. Yeah, this is okay. Hold on, let me defend us. Anyone else? No? Let's see if I can hit this creeper. Oh, just montage. But you can kind of see that towards the edges and towards the trees, I'm putting the soul soil, right? So it kind of makes it seem like the soul soil is kind of attracted to the life of the overworld. Oh boy, hey, you knock that off right now. Oh, such a dangerous place. Such a dangerous place. The soul soil seems to be attracted to the life of the overworld. And so like if a mob or something has had the misfortune of coming in contact with this stuff, maybe it just took a step right there and it turned into, or its soul got trapped in the soul soil. I don't know. If you guys have read or looked into the newest snapshots, they have this, I think it's a particle effect. And it's kind of insinuating that if you have the soul speed enchantment and you're running across the stuff, that the little blue flame looking things are actually souls being released from the soul soil. And I think that's so cool. So just kind of running with that idea that's actually already kind of in the game, is just to say, you know, that the soul sand is, or soul sand is actually trapping the souls of the overworld life that it's coming in contact with. And I think that's so cool. But I edited this thing a little bit. So instead of having 4 of the shroom lights, I replaced it with 1, and then I edited or took out some of the basalt right through here just to make it seem like this thing was a little bit more, I don't know, it almost gives it a little bit more depth when you're next to it, you know, like a little bit more like little nooks and crannies to it. I think it looks really, really cool like this. But like I said, this is just going to be a small version of it, but the main shapes are all going to be the same. But what I'm thinking is that these things are going to grow kind of throughout, you know, but will primarily be along the place where the river will be, right? And that's another thing that we need to work on is the river. So before we start on the trees, I think what I need to do is just come through here and dig out this river, and it needs to probably be kind of like a V shape, right? So if we start at one end over here, just really quick to kind of get an idea of how we want this thing to look, you can come like right here, and so we'll say that if we get a nice kind of line right about there, and we can go, so one out from the edges on both sides right there and right there, and then we can go down another one here, right? So we'll get rid of all that right there, and then we can go down right there, right? So it's kind of like it's almost like a step up, but I think that that's going to give us a lot of depth and area to play around in this thing if we want to. All right, so let's see how that looks if we just dig this out just a little bit more. So yeah, that would pretty much the depth of the river right there, right? And I think that's going to give us enough space to really have some good some good like visual depth to this thing, you know, not just have like a flat river, but really make it interesting. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna sit here for a while and kind of just dig this out just about to this level. So it's technically only 3 deep, but I think that's gonna give us enough space to give us some depth and some interest into the build. So let me get started on that, and then we will come back. And just like that, famsy, the river is done. Look at this thing. Ooh, it's pretty. Oh, isn't it pretty? So I went through, and I also filled it with water, obviously, but I also kind of put in some soul sand here, and some dirt and stone and some cobblestone to make it look like there's some rocks and stuff in there. I don't know. I think it looks really cool. I can't get out of this water. Hello. Thank you. But I love these little particles that pop up from the soul sand. I don't know. I just think it adds a little bit of that ambiance, that environmental factor to it. I think it looks really, really cool. I'm sure there's plenty of water source blocks that I missed in here, but I tried my best to get everything as much as I could. So yeah, guys, I hope you're liking where we're taking this biome so far. I'm really loving it. It's taken a lot of time, but it's been totally worth it to this point. I think next episode we'll work on getting a bunch of these trees planted along the river and the ponds and everything, and kind of make like a mini forest or something that's just spanning along this whole ridge here. I think it's gonna look super, super cool. I'm stoked on it. But I think we're gonna have to call it for today's episode, just because this has taken so much time and work. And actually tomorrow is my birthday, so I gotta get some things I guess ready for all that stuff and hang out with some family and everything. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If there's one thing that I could ask for my birthday, it would be that everybody's taking care of themselves throughout this difficult time. I know it's been kind of crazy out there, and I know it's kind of scary right now, but we'll get through it. I know we will. So I hope you guys are doing well. Take care of yourselves. And if you enjoy the content, you guys want to see more, be sure to subscribe to the channel to see where we take this thing and keep up with all the latest episodes and everything. And if you guys did enjoy the episode, be sure to let me know down below. You know what to do. And as always, tune in for the next one.